Good evening, my name is Aideen Foley and I'm a lecturer in environmental geography. I'm teaching the module Environment and Policy. It's a core module for students on the MSc in Environment and Sustainability, and this module is all about introducing different ways of addressing environmental challenges through policy. So thinking about legislative approaches, market-based approaches, and also about civic environmentalism. Students who take these programs sometimes go on to roles in environmental consultancies or in local and national government. So it's really important that they have a sense of what approaches are being used by decision makers to address environmental challenges. So at Birkbeck, we teach for 3-hour slots in the evening, and we're always thinking about ways of breaking that time up and making things interesting. So for today's session on environmental injustice, we're using a technique called story cubes to generate conversations about the topic.
My name's Giles Lane. I'm an artist and designer, and I direct a non-profit arts organisation called Proboscis. And I'm connected to Birkbeck in a number of ways. I've run a number of collaborative research projects with Birkbeck over the years. Story cubes are a very simple concept. It's a paper cube that we invite participants in workshops to write or draw ideas on, and then to come together to collectively build a narrative structure to explore the ideas, how they connect, how they disrupt one another, how the complexity of the world can be reflected in the uneven way in which ideas, issues and concerns about shared or common problems can be represented. Tonight what we were doing
was applying this technique to the topic of environmental injustices. And so students firstly brainstormed together a kind of long list of their thoughts about what drives environmental injustice or what kind of conditions might contribute to that. And then they were invited to prioritize the top 6 concerns as they felt it as individuals by representing them on each side of the cube. And then they came together again as a group to put those cubes together and create a structural representation of their ideas and the connections between them. And of course, in putting things together, some ideas might get closed off or obscured, and then that triggers conversations about what those ideas are and what ideas are being promoted or brought to the fore. So it was a really interesting way of catalyzing those discussions and giving form to complex ideas which are somewhat intangible without having the prop of the story cube.